Welcome to Sorry for the Delay. I'm your editor, Mia. In this week's episode, it's Valentine's Day. The boys ask if they are the asshole. We put out a call to action by asking, can you stack 5 eggs on top of each other for a world record? And Joshua has the perfect Valentine's gift. Enjoy the show.
I completely forgot what I say in the beginning of this. Got it. Figured it out. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sorry for the Delay, Holiday Edition. We are your hosts. My name is Sean. This is Joshua. Joshua, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, Sean. I did not work today, so this is a casual holiday day off. So I'm feeling good. I slept in today. I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning last night. So see the little bags under my eyes. These aren't beauty marks. Those are sleep deprived eyes that you were looking at on screen. But other than that, I'm good. I'm here with you. I'm here with everybody watching. Nice. Excited. This is good. I'm happy.
Wonderful. So this is the Valentine's Day episode because it is Valentine's Day, literally tomorrow. So the people want to know, Joshua, did you accept my Valentine?
Well, I didn't get anything in the mail, so I don't know where you sent the Valentine to, but the fact that we are here on this day together, I didn't reject you. So I guess you could say in some form I did accept your Valentine. Yes, I did, Sean.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joshua. And because of that, the mood is right. The lights are lowered. We're feeling it right now. We're doing good. We decided to both get a wine to drink on this episode. I don't know whose idea it was, but we ended up going with a brand of wine called Josh for our boy, Joshua. Joshua, would you like to show your bottle of Joshua wine?
Yes.
Again, not sponsored. Let's make that real clear. Not sponsored, but we thought it was funny.
Yeah, so I went out and got I got 2 bottles. I'm going to show them both to you. One of them is opened.
Mysterious man.
The other one we are probably going to save for another episode down the road. So the one that I ended up getting I went to my local Bevmo, which has a wonderful supply of wines and liquors and everything else you want to drink. I went ahead and went with this bottle of Josh right here. This is what is it? A Cabernet. Help me, Sean, here.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon. There we go. Sauvignon from
Lodi. Say it like you're French, buddy.
I'm hardly French. Don't even know how to French kiss. Didn't even learn that either. But I haven't even poured mine yet. I don't know if Sean has poured his. So I will pour mine, everybody. So I don't know what this tastes like. This is going to be a genuine taste test.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
Joshua, while you do that, you can go ahead and pour yours. I will show the people what I got. So unfortunately, I couldn't find the same bottle of wine that Joshua got. So I had to step it up a little bit. I did get a bottle of Josh, but I got a family reserve bottle that is aged in bourbon barrels. Another Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc. Right there.
Ooh.
Aged in bourbon barrels. I've let this open. I've let this breathe, as the connoisseurs will say. This has been sitting for about 3 hours, and I have just poured mine off screen earlier. So this is the first time I'm tasting this one as well. So Joshua, as somebody who does not know or give tasting notes on things, please, I want to hear your first take on this bottle of wine, and then we'll get into all of the other stuff that we do in these episodes.
Okay. So I think I've been to Napa once, twice, and I know there's a process here when you drink wine. Some of you listening probably know the process and all that, but I think you got to take at least 3 sips before the palate actually warms up and opens up to the true flavors of the wine here. So let me have my first sip, which is usually the worst tasting one of all wines, I think is what they say.
So
whether you
straight
like
in
it
for
or
the
not.
sip. You're not even gonna smell it, Joshua. You're not even gonna get the bouquet, the aroma. No, he's going straight in for the sip. He's a savage.
Okay, there's one. There's one. Okay. Okay, there's two. It tastes exactly the same as the first sip, and nothing changed.
Oh, all right. All right.
So by the third one, they say by the third one you get the true personality of the wine.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find that out. See if it says something different to me after the third one. Nope.
Okay.
Still tastes like Josh. Exactly the same as the first two. It's actually really good.
What does it taste like, Joshua? Describe it to me. Give me some tasting notes. Come on.
I'm the worst person to describe wine, and so I would have to read the bottle, because to me it just tastes like a bunch of red, a bunch of grape. But it's good. It is good. I've had a number of wines, and that actually is pretty good. It's smooth. It coats the tongue well.
Okay.
Yeah. You can pair that.
You get
with
any
some
like
stuff,
any spicy finish on the back end? Like, does it burn a little bit?
No. It's for me. It's totally smooth. Okay. Everything about it. It's silky. It's smooth.
Right.
There's nothing. There was nothing bitter to be said about this bottle right here that I just had. I wish I was better at describing flavors, kind of like you. You're really good.
That's
at
fine,
that
Joshua.
kind of thing.
What did
good.
What did that run you, Joshua? What was the price range on that one?
Oh gosh, what did this run me? I think this was just under $20. It's like maybe $16.
That's great.
Yeah, so an under 20 quality wine. I do recommend it.
That's awesome. No, that's great. That's exactly what my bottle ran me, about $19.99. Excuse me. So we're in the same boat. But I will give better tasting notes than you, if that's okay.
Yeah, you will. You absolutely will.
But before that, Joshua, cheers, buddy. Happy Valentine's Day.
Cheers.
I love you.
Happy
Appreciate
Valentine's
you.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of you as well, even if you're single and ready to mingle. Call one of us. We'll help you out.
No, don't call us, dude. No.
All right. Well, off of first sip, Joshua, I'm getting a lot of butter. I'm getting a lot of dried cherries. There is slight caramel notes, and I think that is from the bourbon barrels that they were aged in. And this is aged for I think it said 18 months, 10 months. But on the back end, usually with some of the red wines, you get more of a pepper note. And that means a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat. This one, you don't get that. You just get caramel and just sweetness, which is really weird to say out loud unless you really know what you're talking about. So that's what I'm getting. So that's what we're drinking. So let's get on with the episode, Joshua. What do you got with some this day's in histories or some, I don't know, Guinness World Records? Lay it on me, Joshua.
All right. So as we normally do, we're going to get past the wine part of everything, which again, the wine's something different and something new that we've introduced on this beautiful Valentine's Day. But yeah, it's a little bit of a different take. But what I do got for you, as we always do, how many days left in the year? We have 322 days left in the year, Sean. Can you believe it?
What is that on a grade percentage? Is that still, are we still A or is that now B?
Oh, buddy, you got there way too fast. But believe it or not, we are not in the 90 percentile of the year. We only have 87.98% left.
So we're we're a solid B then, right? Is that what that breaks down to? We're like a B. We're not a B plus. We're just a B, right?
Yeah. We are on the upper side of AB, I believe. It's just tough because the year is going by so quick. It's already February, so I hope those of you who had January plans, you knocked those out. You knocked those out of the park. February, we're getting through it as well. So if you got anything going on in February, just know this month is going to go by fast too. So continue to stay motivated. The year can only get better if it hasn't gotten better for you so far. So let's
Nice.
keep pushing through this year, because you still got time
Let's
to
go.
accomplish anything that you've set out for yourself. But along with the how many days left and the percentage you have left, with this next segment that we've introduced a while ago, let's talk about a couple holidays, because we're landing on Valentine's Day. So we've got a couple for you. 4 to be exact. Wait, 4? 5. 4 or 5. We'll see how far we get. The first one on my list for this February 13th is, go figure, Galentine's Day. Sean, do you know what Galentine's Day is?
Aw. I do know what Galentine's Day is. It would be what we would celebrate if we were ladies.
That's a. I mean, do you have to identify as a? I mean, is that sticky? But yeah,
No?
Galentine's Day. You are correct. It is It's for the ladies to celebrate and
Wonderful.
good friend of yours. So that's one of my holidays. The next holiday is National Wingman Day.
Joshua. Very familiar with this day. I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but incredible wingman. Just saying.
I was going to ask you, Sean, have you ever been a successful wingman? Because wingmen,
yes.
They can go two directions. They can go the way of you're really good at it, or just they make it totally worse.
Exactly.
What kind of wingman are you,
And
Sean?
I am the best kind of wingman, because if I see you failing over there, I'm going to find someone for you. You may not like it, but I'm going to find somebody for you. And you're going to feel all the feels. Or you piss me off that night, and I'm just going to fuck you over for the rest of the night. That's the two ways I go, buddy. Like you don't buy me a drink one day, I'm making sure that you don't go home with anybody that day. So I go both ways.
Okay.
Out of context, sounds pretty bad.
I like that. Everybody does need a good wingman, but be careful who you pick as a wingman, because if they're better looking than you, you're never going to go home with somebody, 9 times out of 10, because your wingman's going to probably swoop in on that.
See, that's why I was the better wingman,
movement.
Joshua, because this face, no. I got a face for radio, as the people say, So,
Okay. Well, if you don't trust your wingman, we got another holiday on this day in history, or not day in history, but on this day. Get a different name day.
get a different name. So wait, are you saying, Joshua, right now I can change my name? I can be whatever I want to be?
You can change your name.
Liesel. I want to be called Liesel.
And when I did research on this, I was kind of wondering how this ties into the day before Valentine's Day. Wingman, get a different name day. Is there something to these holidays the day before
It's connecting.
Valentine's Day?
Is like the next day is the next holiday you're about to announce, fucking travel day or get out of town day.
No, but it does have to do with, because we do not live here. But believe it or not, it's Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't got any beads, Joshua, so sorry.
Have you ever been to Mardi Gras, Sean?
No, but it is one of the things that is legitimately on my to-do list before I die, is to do Mardi Gras in New Orleans and experience that. I mean, it's probably just a bunch of drunk college kids, so by that time I'll probably be in my 60s and on my deathbed, so I probably hate it, but still something I want to do.
I've never gone either, and it is on my bucket list. I do have a brother that did go to Mardi Gras, and he said he had a blast. And expect any and everything. I'm not going to tell you the story. Maybe someday he will be on to tell that story himself. But he had a great time. There was a few things that happened when he went there that's his story to tell. It's not my story to tell. But yeah, Mardi Gras is a place to go if you want to let loose a little bit, but you do have to be careful. There still is rules, like in Vegas. You know, everybody says anything happens in Vegas. No, it doesn't. Some things do come home with you.
No, it doesn't.
You can end up jail if you get a little too silly, no matter where you're at. So
nice.
Yeah,
good,
Mardi Gras,
good
man.
points, Joshua. Good point.
Maybe we will get to go together on a trip,
and then we'll film an episode right there, right then and there, Joshua. I love it. Let's
go
do it.
live.
Let's plan it out.
Mardi Gras.
Go live on Mardi Gras, baby. I mean, we did say that we did have a holiday recently that was like plan a vacation day or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, we did.
Maybe
that was in January.
Maybe we plan it out.
Just back. Yeah, we can do that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are my holidays, everybody. I hope one of these fits into your February 13th. Maybe you're going to Mardi Gras. Maybe you need a wingman. If you're a lady watching Galentine's Day, you can take advantage of some of these. And if your boyfriend is changing his name, think about why he may be doing that the day right before Valentine's Day. So keep that in mind.
Yep. Fun facts.
Fun, yeah.
Joshua, before you start your next one, Joshua, I want to start your world records or your Guinness World Record thing that you do, because I have one, Joshua. This is the world record for a heart. Well, it's the world's largest chocolate heart, Joshua. It weighs 922 kilograms and is 5 meters in height by 5 meters in width. Now, we're from America. We don't work in those standards. We don't work in the metric system, right? So I did the math for you, Joshua. This heart weighs 2,032 pounds and is 16 feet by 16 feet. How do you feel about this heart, Joshua? Like, if I could give you this heart, I would. This would be your Valentine's Day heart. But
that, whenever they do these things like with that chocolate like that, I always wonder what they're going to do with it afterwards. So are people lining up and cutting chunks off this thing?
I think that's exactly what they did.
Is that exactly what they did,
buddy?
Bring the town in and just chop that thing with a chainsaw or machete or some shit?
Joshua, I want you to guess onto where this town that was it was made in, but I don't think you will. So I'm just going to tell you this was made in Bangkok. So, did they
where did
serve
they find
it up on
all
little
that chocolate?
plates?
Is chocolate? Do we get chocolate out of Bangkok? Is that an importer of chocolate? Like, how do they have enough chocolate?
Importer of chocolate?
Yeah, you know, they I want to look that up. Is Bangkok one of our number one importers of chocolate? Because if they are, then they are cheating already because they have the necessary ingredients.
All the chocolate?
They got all the chocolate. Yeah. So somebody got shorted in the United States if they're the ones giving it to it. I think we got screwed.
Here, I'll tell you right now, Joe. I just Googled it. Let's see.
I still don't know.
Thai imports and exports of chocolate are set to rise in the coming years. In 2021, Joshua, Thailand's chocolate imports reached 162 million, up 2.8% per previous years. The country is ranked 39th in the world as far as like chocolate stuff. So no, they're not really, but they're getting there.
Well, they would be doing a lot better if they didn't fucking waste it. Building some, 3 meter thick,
chocolate heart.
Fucking 12,000 pound fucking thing. Holy shit! You're wasting your chocolate. Export that you are sitting on a chocolate gold bar and you just wasted it on a world record. How dare you? How dare you?
100% facts.
What year was it? Did they say what year that was?
They did. I just skipped it.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think it was like 2021. It was sometime recent. So
yeah, I mean, maybe they did it when, I think they're using old chocolate. I don't know. I shouldn't ask more questions about this. Stupid. All right, well, you got another Guinness World Record for me? You got another one?
I don't, Joshua, because I was hoping that you did.
Oh God,
that was the only one I got.
But I did look one up, but I didn't think it was going to be relevant until we started talking about it. So there is a Guinness World Record that happened on February 13th, and believe it or not. Okay. This world record has to do with eggs. You know the eggs you eat for breakfast? The ones you just crack in a pan, you just kind of gobble down thinking nothing of it. Well, there's a guy out there that made a world record out of this shit somehow. You know what he did? Okay. You know what he did to end up in the record books? He broke his own stupid record by stacking.
Oh, he broke his own record?
Yeah, he broke his own record. So this is the only guy that's got this record so far. He took eggs. Again, the ones you get at the store. Little round, oval-shaped fucking eggs. Stacked 4 of them on top of each other. The pointiest top. You got to start at the bottom. You got to get the tallest part of the egg and stack them on each other. And he did this with 4 eggs and ended up famous from this. How many people out there do you think can do this? I want somebody who listens to this. There's not a lot of you. There's a few of you. Go into your refrigerator, and I want you to see how many eggs you can stack. Again, you got to take the tallest part. You can't be laying it sideways. Don't cheat. Look the record up for yourself.
You're a pussy.
Yeah, don't be a pussy. You know, grab it by the pussy. Don't be a pussy. Stack these eggs though. Stack them up, and you tell me how many you can stack tall. I want to know.
So do you think you could do this, Joshua? Do you think you could stack 5 eggs on top of each other?
After reading this guy's testimonial and the quotes, they threw these air quotes up, you know, because it was in text. He said it was exhausting. He said mentally, physically, he was sweating. It actually turned his hair gray. I think he said he was quoted trying to achieve this. I don't think I'm taking the time to stack 4 eggs. Sorry if this is a tangent, everybody, but I want somebody to try this and let us know if you are even capable. Just try. Okay, how about try 1? Get 1 fucking egg and stand it tall and see if you can even do that. Try 1.
Do you think he cheated? Like, do you think maybe he used like a little bit of super glue? Like put it right on the tip, right on the nubbin? Stick them both together.
When it comes to Guinness, they're pretty serious about this. They take their record seriously. So somebody was there. They saw this happen, and but you know, I'm invested in this record right here because there's some stupid records, and I'm glad this record landed on the day we're filming because somebody else has got to try this, and you tell me how hard that shit is because I am not gonna do it. I'm eating those things. I'm not bringing.
I want to stack 5 eggs.
You try it.
Yeah, I want to do it. I'm going to try it, Joshua.
Yeah. So that was my silly, fun Guinness World Record. Stack some eggs. Try it. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah. I'm all for it. Do it.
So, do you want to hear a little this day in history on this?
No, Joshua, I don't.
Should we just pass?
I don't give a shit about this day in history. Let's just move past that.
Okay.
You know why, Joshua? Because I have something to bring up on this one. Joshua, did you know box of chocolates, right? You know box of chocolates, right? Just
yeah, I met many boxes of chocolates. Many boxes.
Yeah. As have I, my child. But Joshua, I'm going to say this with complete sarcasm, Joshua. You would never believe where the whole giving a box of chocolates came from. Would you?
No, I would not. Educate me. Educate the audience.
Exactly.
Let us all know where this comes from.
So, the art of giving away a box of chocolate, Joshua, was established in Great Britain by the chocolating manufacturer Cadbury. They saw an opportunity to sell the chocolates as a part of Valentine's Day, and they took it. And because they were the first to do it, in the 19th century, it kind of stuck. And so now, Valentine's Day is synonymous with boxes of chocolate and flowers. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that someone wanted to make money off this holiday of love.
Well, I think love costs money, though, doesn't it? It doesn't have to, but I think you saw an opportunity. It's like, this shit's costing me money anyways to be with you. I love you. But it's expensive, so why not capitalize? Let's figure it out.
True. Very
Good marketing.
True. I got one more for you, Joshua. One more. This is, when you write a letter, I mean, if you've ever written a letter, I mean, for those in the younger audience, I don't know if you've ever written a letter, but when you send a text message and you send the little kissies, the little XOXOs, right? I'm going to tell you, Joshua, where the X comes from to mean like the kissies. Like, why does X mean kiss? Are you ready for this, Joshua?
Yes.
I don't think you're ready for this, jelly bean.
I'm not ready. I don't know. I really don't know. X normally means it marks the spot. It could be something good. It could be something bad.
Very true.
So the X, it could, who knows? I mean, but I am curious why it's an X and an O. What does it mean?
So this is just the X. So the idea of using a kiss to sign off on a Valentine's also has a long history, according to the Washington Post. The use of X came to represent Christianity or the cross in the Middle Ages. But during some time, the symbol was then used as a sign-off on documents. After marking with an X, the writer would often kiss the mark as a sign of their oath, or as a gesture growing among kings and commanders to clarify or to certify books and letters and paperwork. Those records were described as having been sealed with a kiss, Joshua.
Whoa.
So there you go. So that idea of just like the little hugs and kisses, X's and O's, came from medieval times.
Wow.
Fun.
That is some good history on that. So sealed with the kiss. I like that. I like that.
Look at me doing my research and shit.
Oh, man. You're not only good looking, you're smart. You can do some research. My goodness.
I know. That's why I'm a good wingman,
Wow. Well,
I scope the room out, right? I find the saddest one for you, and then I swoop in like a vulture.
The saddest.
I know how the game works.
I know, because if you're at a party and you're sad, you're right. Like, somebody's got to go say hi to that person. You're right. That's good. Good observation.
Yeah, I know. What do you got for us, Joshua? What do you got on this Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day. Okay, so Valentine's Day happens every year, right? Just like Christmas, just like everything. Like nobody ever skips over Valentine's Day. Like Sean mentioned, in our last episode, you talked a little bit about Groundhog's Day. Like these kind of holidays,
we do not support it.
these holidays pop up every single year, right? Mm-hmm. But how many of us are actually celebrating Valentine's Day? Do we see this as a day to get together with somebody we love? Do we just see it as another thing that that happens? Like what does Valentine's Day mean to most of us? I still question my Valentine's Day commitment. Not that I don't appreciate the person I love, but I've said it before. I don't think days necessarily or holidays determine like when you should love somebody or buy them flowers or get them a gift. But Valentine's Day seems a little like a money grab to me. Sorry, that might offend some people.
I feel it.
That might strike a chord for the people that are very loving or whatever you want to call yourself, romantic type.
Well, Joshua, I have a question for you then. Do you have a best Valentine's Day? Like, is that ever a thing for you, or is it, like you said, just another day that you've put into the history books?
A best Valentine's Day. So I've been with my girlfriend for quite some time now.
It does not have to be with your current girlfriend, Joshua. But if that's the best one, then sure.
Yeah. Well, because I can think back. Okay, who was we've all been teenagers. I would say who. We've all been teenagers. We're in high school. You used to get little candy grams in high school and shit, and then you look it over the person and you go, they get like 10 of them, and you get none, and you're like, I must be ugly, or I must be not important, or like so. Valentine's, I don't know. I've never really had a best. For me, it is a day that kind of just exists and it's on the calendar and you can celebrate it if it's something that's meaningful to you. But I can't say that I have a best one because I don't celebrate it in that way. As far as it's got to be lay the roses out and do this whole romantic thing. I can't say that I have a best one. I mean, I've had plenty of worst ones. I mean,
all right, lay us on with the worst one, Joshua. Give us your worst Valentine's Day. Let's go. You can't just put it out there into the universe and not say it.
Well, clearly, I've had more girlfriends than the one I got now.
Obviously, I would like to hope so before you decided to settle down, but you never know.
Yeah. So I guess you could say all the worst Valentines were the ones that came before the girl that I'm with now because they all sucked. Just kidding. Some of them are nice. Some of them are nice. All right, I won't go that far. Some of them are nice.
They're gonna watch this episode and they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, he's such a scumbag.
He's a fucking jerk." He's a fucking jerk. Yeah, but I mean, I buy flowers and I've done all that, but I guess I could say they were not super good because I'm not the crazy laying out rose petals and doing all this kind of wild stuff. So if the boyfriends before me did all that for them and then they got, and then I started dating them, they were probably like, "Oh, this guy doesn't do shit for me." Maybe not told me that, but.
So you're the problem is what you're saying.
I know, right? I could be the fucking problem. But I don't know. I just haven't had a lot of good ones, just not really bad.
Do any of those non-good ones stand out? Like it's just like whatever's. They're just like not like no one's ever stabbed you like on a date or anything like that.
No, but I have gotten the like you didn't get me flowers, kind of shit, like that kind of thing.
Got into the argument.
But later on in the show, I have redeemed myself. I will show you. I do buy flowers now. I do. And I'm ready. I'm ready to admit it. I'm ready to change my ways with flowers, which I'll reveal later in the show. But yes, good, bad, more not so romantic ones than good ones. What about you? Like, where do you fall on the spectrum of, the chocolate and all the Valentine's Day stuff?
There was a point in my life where I thought it's like Valentine's Day is like the end all be all. Like I was one of those ex-boyfriends, Joshua, that would do like my best to, impress the woman to do all that. But as I grew older and heavier, I learned that
heavier.
It's not about that. It's all about it's sharing the love throughout the year. Nothing is. How do I put that? It shouldn't be like, oh, this is the set day that we go out and do stuff. I like to think of it as like more of like a, hey, it's Valentine's Day. We should, hang out. We should be together. We don't necessarily have to go do something crazy, but let's just spend the day together, kind of thing. So that's where I'm at now with my mentality on it.
So Valentine's Day. So, okay, I do have a question.
Hmm?
Like awkward Valentine's Day moments, right? Like, because things do happen.
Yeah.
Do you know how to open a wine bottle? I was going to ask you this earlier, but do you know how to open a wine bottle if you don't have? I'm going to show everybody.
So,
do you know how to? If you don't have something like this, do you know how to open a fucking wine bottle? Because I sure don't. Would you like to educate me how you fucking open a wine bottle if you don't have one of these?
The best advice I can give you is two things here. One, always have a screw handy. I'm talking like a legit like
go to your local Home Depot
screw
and fucking get
yes.
Like a screw. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Have a screw handy. Because a screw does the same thing as a corkscrew does. So that little tool that you had in your hand, it does the same thing. So you screw that into your little cork and then you pull it as hard as you can because you have no leverage, but you just got to pull that shit out. The second thing that you can do, well, there's two things, but I'm going to group them into the same category. The second thing you can do is gently heat the cork so that it like kind of pushes itself out, right? Or you can do the more fun thing and just cut the fucking top off the fucking wine and just drink it out of a broken wine bottle. More risky, but delicious.
So you're telling me you could just chop this off? You can cut that off? Do you break it off?
You can break it off. I'm not saying you can clean cut that shit off, but you can definitely break that shit off to get into the delicious nectar of the gods.
Okay, so one more time. Give it to me. How do you open a wine bottle if you don't have an opener, a legit opener? Give it to me real quick. How do you do it?
A screw, you heat it up, or you break the shit open. 3 simple ways, buddy. 3 simple ways.
All right.
Easy.
Thank you for that, because the other night mine broke, the screw part broke, and I didn't know how to get in there, and it really sucked. I almost got a drill, and I was gonna drill that fucker out, but I'm like, I'm not sticking a drill down in there. Yeah.
Like, yes, there are some caveats with that. Like, if you do that, you may get some cork inside there, but it's fine. It's protein, buddy. Just don't worry about it. Fucking do whatever you need to. Get inside there.
Thank you for that educational, because I know some of us will end up on a beach, somewhere, and you're like, fuck, dude, I forgot the opener. Like, what the hell do I do? So if you got a rock, you got a brick, you got a screw, or a lighter, you can get into that bottle. The night's not over, because you could still get in there. So speaking of
let's go.
Romance, I'm just going to throw this out there really quick, make this short. But this month, you're going to notice if you want to sound cool, if you want to sound like about astrology, and you're like, oh, look at the stars, baby, you're like about to try to get in her pants for the first time, whatever your move is. If you look up to the night sky these next couple days and you look towards the moon, you're going to see a bright looking object just below the moon.
A UFO.
And one might think it's a UFO. You could claim that, maybe you want to scare the shit out of the person you're trying to, get into your back seat or whatever the hell you're trying to do to this person, like, I don't know what your mode is. But if you're out and you're looking up to the night sky and you're looking towards the moon, this month, you're going to see Jupiter, the planet, if you believe in planets and stars and all that big bright ball.
Wait a minute, hang on, Joshua. Did you just say, if you believe in planets and stars? Is that what you just said?
Here we go.
Oh my God. Do you not believe in the planets and the stars, Joshua? What?
No, this was more for the people listening. This isn't me. I totally believe. If you
are there people out there who don't believe in planets and stars?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
There still are flat earthers. There are people that think the moon is made of cheese, or it's hollow, or it's a man-made base in up there. It's a projected. We're living in a dome. There's the theory of we're living in a dome. There is a ice wall at the edge of this flat planet. There's a lot of that out there. And I know some of you watching may believe that shit. I'm here to tell you right now, this is a Valentine's Day episode, you motherfuckers. Planets are fucking real. So when you are trying to get when you're trying to get in that special someone's pants and you're trying to throw some lines out there like some shit, look to the moon, and that bright little ball below the moon is Jupiter, everybody. And if you got a long ass telescope or even some binoculars, maybe you got one of those phones that zooms in like 8,000 times, you might even be able to pick out the rings or the the rings. No. Jupiters have rings, but the glass or gas stuff floating around Jupiter. But yes, that is Jupiter below the moon. That was a long way of saying it. Be romantic. Look to the moon. There's a planet up there. And right after you say that and you're acting smart and you're acting romantic, just lean over. Maybe give her a kiss. Give somebody a kiss.
Wait, Joshua, what if they're not compatible, though? Bro, like... what if they're not the same sign? Like, for example, I am a Scorpio, Joshua. I was born October 30th. What are you? Are we compatible? Like, I gotta know. Are we compatible, Joshua? Like, are you? I'm sorry. No, take your sip. Take your sip of delicious wine, buddy. I just want to ask the question whether or not you and I are compatible on like the cosmic level, right? Because I don't think technically we are compatible, but I want you to tell me, are we compatible? Do you have anything that can show us that we're compatible or tell us that we're compatible?
Okay, Sean. What we're going to do here is we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about a little bit of astrology and compatibility. If you made it this far in the episode, you may get some advice from this, you know. If you're in love with somebody, you're questioning your love, like, is this the person for me? Depending on your beliefs, you know. So we're going to dive into it a little bit. So what sign did you say you were again, Sean?
I'm a Scorpio, and while you look that up, the previous conversation just reminded me, we had a wonderful comment from a viewer telling us to watch a moon. It was in my top of my mind. A moon. I'm going to lose myself on this one.
Moon phases?
No. It was the moon landing. It was a moon landing. They did like a moon landing kind of video thing, like to Joshua. We're watching a moon landing video, thanks to a viewer who left a comment. You know who you are, and I know who you are. Sorry,
yeah, we do appreciate the comments. We say it every episode. We get some views on these things, and we ask everybody to comment below on any topic along this whole thing, the tangents we go on, anything at all. And this is a relationship one. Me and Sean are not, we're not therapists, but we do have life experience. And when I did the research on this, some of you may wonder why shit doesn't work out so well with you and the person you're with. And sometimes you got to look deeper than, maybe how pretty they are or how good they smell or, the fact that their feet look nice, whatever it is attracts you to them, but there's just something that just is wrong, like maybe you accidentally tried their toothbrush on accident. You're like, why the fuck does my toothbrush taste weird? Well, maybe there's something going on there, but okay, let me give it to you. So signs, what are you, Sean? One more time.
Scorpio. I am a Scorpio.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, Sean. When it comes to not so compatible zodiac signs, it clearly states Leo and Scorpio will never, sorry, I shouldn't say never. We are not compatible.
I know. I knew this going into this relationship, Joshua, that one day it would end, which is why I put a stipulation on this episode, or put a stipulation on this relationship by saying 101 episodes, I knew we weren't compatible. I knew that. But it's all about the journey, and it's all about the fun that we have along the way, So
we're getting to that 101 episodes. I promise you, and we're gonna find some compatibility here on this show today. So I'm gonna give you. I have 12 compatibility. How this may or may this should work. According to this, you should work out if this is your zodiac soulmate. I'll start from the top and lead down to the bottom. Aries and Libra. Taurus and Cancer. Gemini and Sagittarius. Cancer and Scorpio. Leo and Aries. Virgo and Pisces. Libra and Gemini. Scorpio and Pisces. Sagittarius and Aquarius. Capricorn and Cancer. Aquarius and Gemini, and Pisces and Virgo. So if you take a look at your relationship and the two zodiac signs that I just named right now, you are the most compatible, and you're lucky to have found probably the person you're going to love, be with, possibly marry, but you are compatible.
Well, shit, Joshua. You've given me something to think about, and I may need to have a conversation, or as the last holiday we had was we need to talk. You know, I may need to have a talk with somebody. Just saying. So thanks for that. But you know, Joshua,
I didn't. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was going to change the subject, but go ahead. Lay it on.
Well,
you didn't what?
Only because things are wrapping up here. I got to give you, because I just gave you the most compatible, like why things feel so good. I have to also give you why you may not be so compatible. And these are the signs that are not compatible for one reason or another. Everybody can look this up.
Awesome.
I'm just going to lay it out there, and you can.
Josh was just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
Just a minute. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. 1 through 12. You should. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough for some of you. It may break some hearts. Here we go. Aries, once again, not compatible according to this. Aries and Cancer, Taurus and Aquarius, Gemini and Virgo, Cancer and Sagittarius, Leo and Scorpio, Virgo and Libra, Libra and Pisces, Scorpio and Aries, Sagittarius and Capricorn, Capricorn and Aquarius, Aquarius and Scorpio, and Pisces and Sagittarius. So, sorry if I just ruined some relationships, but you should find out sooner than later if you're compatible. Just throwing it out there.
That's great information to know, Joshua. I'm going to have a few conversations. But I want to keep this rolling, Joshua. And because of this Valentine's Day episode, we see I shouldn't speak for you, Joshua. I have been in a lot of things in my life, right? I've been a wizard. I've been a musician. You're trying to figure out where this is going, right?
Like, wait a second. Lay it on me, man.
Joshua, I've never had to go to a wedding. Never been to a wedding. Wait, that's a lie. I have been to a wedding, but I don't think about it. Anyways, listen. A lot of people do these Am I the Assholes? And there's a whole population of like podcasts that do this. And I want to do one for this special episode, Joshua. For this Valentine's Day episode, I want to do Am I the Asshole? So, I'm going to read you one. You ready?
Ready.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to go to my son's wedding?
Ooh.
I'll read you the description now. Here we go. My wife and I have a pretty good relationship with our son in general. However, recently, my son decided to marry his girlfriend, whom both of us disapprove of. I simply cannot love her as a daughter. So when my son invited me and my wife to the wedding, we told him we weren't going. My son said it's going to be awkward when her parents show up, but his parents do not. And it was really hurtful. I responded that this was the least hurtful thing we could do, and that we didn't want anything to do with his fiance, and he was going to have to do it without us. Am I the asshole?
That is a tough one. That is a tough one. I mean, what do you I want to know. I know you know what I want to think.
All right.
But what do you think?
So hang on. Before that, I have to give you some more context, because this was kind of like just a blanket statement, right? Like, I just disapprove of his daughter, blah, blah, or disapprove of the girl. She's a sex worker.
It all makes sense. Thank you for giving me context.
You're welcome.
Jesus.
Yeah, there you go. That's why we ask the questions, so we can find out.
All right.
So, are they the asshole for not going?
I don't think so. I think everybody has a choice, right? Whether it comes to birthday parties, whether it comes to anniversaries, whatever it is, family gatherings, whatever it is, small or big, we all are adults. You know, we all have decisions to make. and we have to live with those decisions. So I don't think anybody is an asshole in these situations, because what could happen if you do show up? This is the other side of the coin. If you know you're not going to be maybe feeling the vibe, or it could put you in an awkward situation, like it could just start rubbing you the wrong way, and you could be the person that disrupts this celebration because you just had a little too much to drink and you start going sideways. I think I do think the right thing to do is to not go.
Yep.
People
Joshua,
should respect that.
I'm 100% with you. Exactly. I'm 100% with you on this, Joshua. I think this is the best decision. Like, even without knowing the history, right? Like, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and everybody is like entitled to their job, their career. Like, even if you're a sex worker, that's still a job, and that's a job that, especially up here, like, that's a job that built a city. So, like, just like, if you don't respect that, then I would rather you not come to my wedding, kind of thing. And so the fact that you told me that you're not going, yeah, it hurts, but for the exact same reason that you're saying, maybe something happens, right? Maybe like you have a little too much wine and you're just like, you suck dick for a living, fuck you. Nobody wants that, especially at a wedding.
Yeah,
so.
and it's weird because somebody says that to the sex worker, and then they go, well, you suck dick for free. There's it's like, you're gonna fucking lose. You can't argue with the sex worker. You know what I mean?
There's no winning, bro. There's no winning.
You're swallowing your fucking daddy's cum for free, and I'm getting paid.
Exactly.
There's a whole lot of benefits to getting paid for that type of thing if you're a classy person in that field. Mm-hmm. So I don't think there's a really good argument to go into to just start bashing somebody over something they like to do. Don't be mad at somebody because they're getting, what you get in a week, they get in an hour because they just kind of had to do something they're into and they're having fun with. I mean, that's kind of rude. You can't judge somebody.
I would say definitely not the asshole, but definitely something that you need to work on, because now they're a part of your family. And so you need to get over this, as the exact statements you were saying, like that's their job. That's what they chose to do. And they're happy doing it, I would assume. But, like, as the parents now, you need to get over that and just like, and just accept who your son is with and fucking figure it out. You can't go through your entire life with your son being married to this woman who he loves and she loves him. Like, figure it out. Like, this is now on you. Yes, you're not the asshole for not going. I respect that. That's fine. But now you're a family, and now you need to figure it out. So, like, suck it up, Buttercup.
And I think if it's going to bother you that much and you're not going to go to a wedding, if there is enough time, maybe you have a discussion when somebody does not RSVP. Maybe before you go, well, I didn't see that you were going to go to my wedding. You have to be adult enough and grown up and mature enough to maybe ask why. And if you ask why, if anybody ever asks why and you get weird about the answer, you can only take responsibility for asking the question why, because you asked, right? Yeah. So don't be ignorant. Don't be stupid. You asked you asked why. So don't get upset at the answer you get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
work it out. You're family now.
Yeah.
Not the asshole,
totally cool.
though, but you're family now. And if you let it go beyond that point, then you're the asshole. So there you go. Joshua, let's keep this episode rolling. Okay. Let's move on. What are your fun finds for this episode, Joshua?
Okay. Fun finds. I went out the other day. Actually, it was today. I shouldn't even lie. I have no reason to lie, everybody. I went out today. I went shopping. I had some things to do. It was my day off. Most of us shop on the days off. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to find? Just something cool. I sometimes I spend a little money on some silly stuff. But I did find I did find this cool thing, and we're going to kind of get back into, what I got going on in the background. But I came across this little guy that just showed up in the store, and I could not resist. I could not resist.
Oh no!
It was a hard one.
This is
hard.
Let's see.
But I found this at my local Target. It's totally cool. Judge me if you want, but this guy's kick ass. This is what I found today.
I will judge you. I'm gonna judge you hard. Oh my God, Joshua! Deadpool. I love him.
No, it's not Deadpool. You can't even read.
I know it's not Deadpool.
You son of a bitch.
I know it's not Deadpool, everybody. I know. Just fucking leave me alone. It was funny.
Dead fucking pool. Bro, this thing is sick right here. I came across this spider punk. And as one is doing, and I advocate for this all the time. If you're into Funkos, you should get the app. So I saw this thing on the shelf, and I was like, you know what? This thing's actually pretty sick. So let me see how much it's actually going for. So at Target, this thing was retailing for, was it $29.95 or some shit, under $30.
Something, yeah.
Scan it with the app, looked it up. That little bad boy's reselling for $60. So if I was in the resale market, I could just
double the price, baby.
I could double my money right now. But said it in the past, I love these things, so the chances of me selling is not very high. But that's what I came across today, and I thought it was pretty sick. Spider punk. Yeah, it was good. That is my little fun find for today. My spider punk.
Nice, Joshua. Nice. What were you talking about with flowers, though? I thought you were going to bring some shit up with some flowers.
Okay. So, let me have my drink first, because this part of the episode, it's towards the end, so not many people make it this far, and if you did, don't tell on me, please. Don't tell on me. Okay, I'm gonna have a sip here. This will get me in trouble.
Good point.
Okay,
Yeah, I like this. I like when you get to this point of the episode, it's either people just listening and working out. Wink, wink. I see you. You're doing great. Hey, keep it up. How much you got? 30 more seconds? You got this. I'm proud of you. Or it's just people just spaced out and just fucking high on drugs and shit. Either way, whoever you are, I still love you. This is when we get once you get to the last 15 minutes, you're gonna get some fortunes, you're gonna get some numbers, and you're gonna get some raunchy content, because at this point in time, we sauced up. And we gassed up.
And YouTube has gotten past all the other stuff we said at the beginning. So this we can get away with this kind of stuff. So it's not rated R.
I can say the word fuck.
All right. So I did mention earlier in the episode about Valentine's Day and how, I've been thinking my strategy on flowers. I don't want to go into it. We don't have that much time. But this year I committed.
Joshua, go into it. Go into it, buddy. Just go into it. We'll do an extra 20.
I have a thing about flowers. So
okay.
I'm not a cheap person by any means. I will spend the money on flowers. I am guilty of buying $80 or $100 bouquet, this fancy shit, right? I'm guilty of it.
I wish I had one of those.
There's a part of me that hates to see those fucking things die. To start to wilt, to start to go down. I cannot. It's really difficult for me to look past the fact that I spent that much money on these flowers for somebody I love. They shouldn't have to watch them die either. Why should they watch them die? I feel I made a conscious decision this year to go a different direction. Mm-hmm. Instead of watching something die, like flowers, why don't you watch it grow? So what I did, instead of buying the flowers, here's what I did. I took it a step further. I bought my girlfriend flowers this year, everybody. Suck my dick if you don't like it, but this is what I did. I bought her
fucking flower seeds.
A bunch of fucking seeds.
I fucking knew that was coming.
All right. Okay.
You were Joshua, you were literally hey, I wanted to get you flowers, but you're going to grow your own now. Fucking dick.
But
I hope all these spawn.
I did buy annuals, and I did buy perennials. So depending on your level of commitment, you could go with your annuals or your perennials. Okay, so nobody's gonna ever fucking tell me I didn't buy my girlfriend flowers, because I can prove it right here. I bought these flowers, and they're ready to go.
That's great. That's fucking great, buddy. That's fucking awesome.
That's what I did this year. Thank you,
right.
everybody. Call me an asshole.
All right, well,
do it.
Let me show you the box now, Joshua. This is the Valentine's Day week for the box, Joshua. I have it right here on the side of me. Hopefully your girlfriend loves those those flowers. Let's go ahead and pull something from the box, Joshua. If you want to grab that fortune cookie and get that shit ready, right. I'll go ahead and pull something from the box here. The Funko box, for those who don't know, we ordered a bunch of Funkos on clearance, and I don't know what's in the box, and we're going to pull one every week until there's nothing left. So this is this week's Funko Pop. We are looking at a beauty. Toucan Sam. Fucking classic edition. Funko exclusive. Look at that. Fruit Loops. It's not. That's a conspiracy we're going to have to go into, Joshua. Fruit Loops and Fruit Loops. Like, right, we'll have to figure it. We'll figure it out, but there he is, everybody. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that snout right there. Look at that's a weird cool looking view right there.
That is interesting. Super cool. I like that.
Beautiful.
I like that little.
Beautiful.
I like that.
Toucan Sam. Let's go.
Good find.
All right, Joshua.
Good find.
All right. Go ahead and give us your fortune or our fortune of the week and our lucky numbers. And then we're going to pray that this episode worked out in our favor. Please.
All right. Please. So, we have options when it comes to fortunes, but we're going to keep it traditional, I think, this time around, but we do have some things in the works when it comes to fortune, everybody. Yes. To be determined.
And we will get there. We will get there very soon. But I want to get through all these special K cookies first. I don't want them to go to waste, because I know that there are people watching that live for this moment.
Okay, everybody. We're going to get into the fortune for this February 13th, 2024. Our special K fortune for February 13th, 2024. This is already broken. How's that? Oh. Is as spoken here. Your fortune is practice an attitude of gratitude.
That's great. I love it. I fucking love it. Give it to me again, Joshua. Give it to me again, because it was so good.
All right, so your fortune for this February 13th, 2024, as said here, practice an attitude of gratitude, everybody. That is your fortune for today.
I got a passion for fashion.
Man.
All right, lay us with those lucky numbers, Joshua. Them lucky sevens.
All right, everybody.
Wait, Joshua, before you give us the numbers, Joshua, can you do it in like your deepest voice? You know, it's Valentine's Day. You got to get a little sexy with it, buddy. Get a little sexy with these numbers.
Let me try to get in. Let me try to get in real quick here. Let me try to get in. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. Okay. I think you gotta You gotta get close.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. So for your lucky numbers on this February 13th, your lucky numbers are 41, 25, 27. Sorry. I can't do it. Let me just say it the way I'm going to fucking say it. God damn it. All right, everybody, your lucky numbers. Your lucky numbers. Here we go. 41, 25, 27, 52, 11, and 24. Sorry.
All right.
One more time for your lucky numbers.
One more time.
41, 25, 27, 52, 11, and 24, everybody. Let's get some money this year in 2024. Let's win.
Those are great numbers, actually. I'd like to apologize for the last episode where you misspoke the numbers and said 2 different numbers.
I did.
You did. If you went back and watched the episode, go ahead. For those of you listening, just go back and skip to the last 5 minutes where he does the numbers. He speaks 2 different numbers, and I was so confused. But he got through it. Good job, Joshua. Proud of you.
Yeah.
And with that being said,
Jesus Christ.
thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to this Valentine's Day episode. We hope that we entertained you a little bit. Maybe we gave you some history and some knowledge. Look at us. We looking fancy. We fucking doing it, This wine is hitting me pretty hard. For those of you who made it all the way to the end, I love you. Joshua, what do you got left to say, buddy?
Just want to say happy Valentine's Day to everybody who watched this episode. We appreciate you all. And, as mentioned earlier in the episode, double check your Zodiac signs and maybe find out if you are a true compatible or not. And if you are not, it's never too late to find another Valentine's Day or change your name or find a wingman. So enjoy. Have a beautiful Valentine's Day, and I love you all. Thank you for watching.
One last thing. If you're listening to this episode, thank you so much, Mia. Happy Valentine's Day. If you're listening to this episode and it's shitty, I'm so sorry because it's probably me who fucked up the audio. And with that said, deuces.